What's up, guys? It's Onion back with another video. This is the third attempt at filming this video. It's not even a hard video to film. I just keep doxing myself or doing stupid things because I forget I'm recording. Um yeah, anyways, this is gonna be the third video in the how to win a nitro type season um while still having a life series. So yeah, I've been appreciating the video suggestions I've been getting. They're very helpful. Um, I try to be as informative as I can. Um, and yeah, so keep leaving suggestions, or you can send them to me if you'll have my Discord or whatever the fuck. Um, yeah. Anyways, back to the video. Uh, so this one will be about speed, point efficiency in general, but mostly improving speed. Accuracy and speed, I guess they're not interchangeable. They really should be. If you're improving your speed, you should be improving your accuracy. If you're focusing on accuracy, eventually that should lead to an improvement of speed. Um, yeah, I every time I've improved my speed, I've improved my accuracy. So this is, I mean, mainly about speed because speed is more important for points, but you should improve your accuracy as well if you follow this. Um, I definitely improved my accuracy a lot while following this method. So this method is called the 6-month cycle method. This is what I've followed. I've done about 3 6-month cycles, and each time I've gained like at least 10 words per minute, usually. And this is all after I've been at 100 words per minute. So after I'm at 100 words per minute, I'm still getting like another 10 words per minute like every single time. Um, so yeah, if that makes sense, basically, it's just like it helps a lot for if you think you're stuck. Like because you can improve a lot by just playing the game, like Type Racer, Nitro Type, Monkey Type. If you just play those, you can just without even thinking you can improve. Um, but if you feeling like stuck, like you don't know how, then this can be like a more intentional way of improving. Let me just get into it. So the first 3 months of the 6-month cycle is going to be completely nitro type. So you're going to want to do between 100 and 300 races per day for about 3 months. And I say 100 to 300 because I usually just win the season. That's my 3 months of the 6-month cycle. But for most people, it's and honestly for me too, it's probably better to just keep it to about 300, because any more is probably excessive. Um, because basically what this is doing is it's increasing your like connection to the keyboard. So I don't know, if you have like a weird keyboard, it can help too. Like it's basically like your fingers knowing where the keys are without you having to think about it. So the more races you do is better, but at a certain point, like you're gonna hurt your wrist probably, if you're doing a lot of races um, every time. So I would say don't usually you don't want to go too active if you're gonna do a lot of these. Um, and if you do like want to win a season, this is also that's fine. I do it. So if you do want to win a season and also get faster, I would say make this your first 3 months, but um, just make sure that like you're sandbagging a lot, and it works while sandbagging because you're not really you're not really improving in this stage. It's just increasing your connection to your fingers and your keyboard. That's going to help you with the next stage. So after these 3 months, your fingers and your wrists are probably going to be cooked. Like you're not going to have carpal tunnel, of course, because you're going to be sandbagging, racing a responsible amount, and getting enough sleep. Because getting enough sleep is very important. Um, just as like improving in any other sport, any other um, discipline, That's very important. If you don't get enough sleep, you're going to be going a lot slower all the time, and you're not going to be able to improve as much. Um, and that's another reason why I would suggest not to try winning a season and trying to improve that, because um, uh, you're not going to increase your speed as much, um, because you're probably gonna lose sleep if you're gonna want to win the season. If you're on the lower end of the speed where you're gonna want to do this 6 month cycle, um, and gain a lot of speed, which is what I'm trying to say. Like if if you're if you're improving your speed, um, from like already like 100 plus, then that might be different. But if you're improving your speed from like 60 with this 6 month cycle, I would suggest definitely not to win the season, because you're gonna have to do like like 800 races a day probably. So I would say it's not really worth it. Um, but yeah, anyways, so going to the next, after you finish those 3 months, you're gonna want to take at least a week break. And if you're at a higher speed zone and you went competitive, you're gonna probably want to take 2 weeks break. Um, and that's because like I said, your hands are probably going to be a little bit tired, a little bit worn. So you want to like heal that. And then after that week or so, you're gonna want to go onto TypeRacer. So typeracer.com, it's a pretty common typing website. Um, it's a little outdated, I would say, but it has a vibrant community, just like NitroType. Um, I would say it's a little bit harder to grind than NitroType, but that's no worries because you're not going to need to grind it. I would say just 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour max a day would be fine. Um, and you're going to want to do this for about a month. And this is going to give you, it's going to take that um, connection that you made with your keyboard and turn it onto the next level, because this website is you have to basically backspace like you're on Google Docs or something. Like it doesn't let you make a mistake. You have to go back and erase that mistake. So you're gonna want to go pretty fast, like try pretty hard, but you're gonna notice that you're gonna probably have to change your typing style to, especially if you have horrible accuracy, like under 95. Um, sorry if I offended anybody with that, but under 95 is just atrocious, and you're gonna get better. You're gonna get better by going on TypeRacer for a month. Um, this is probably, even though you're only gonna have to go for a few like minutes a day, like 30 or so minutes a day, I think this is still gonna be the hardest one, because honestly, TypeRacer is like kind of a boring website. There's not really like there's comp, but like not really. They do have like a daily competition system, which I think is really cool, and you know they actually have like an anti-cheat, so it's not hard to get on. If you race when the leaderboards reset and you race for about 50 minutes, you're probably gonna see your name on there. So yeah, it's pretty cool, honestly, but it is kind of boring. So I'd maybe try to get involved with the community if you want. I did the first time and it was like really great. Um, and I improved a lot every time I've done that. And so that's going to improve your accuracy and basically like your base speed. But then what's going to improve your top end speed? What's going to like make you faster? What's going to literally teach your fingers to just move at the speed of like 200 words per minute is going to be monkey type, because that is horrible accuracy. Can survive on that website basically. um, but still, like if you don't get good accuracy, you're gonna be punished on that website, because you have to finish the race, and everything that you type, you basically can't fix it. Um, Whereas Type Racer, you have to fix it, and on Monkey Type, you basically can't fix it because it's going to take away from your speed because the tests are so short. Um, the ones I would recommend for Nitro Type are Words 10, that's going to be Burst. Um, so Words, so let me see if I can go to Monkey Type right now. So yeah, so you're going to want to do Time 15. That's going to be like, about Nitro type length text. 30 is also like Nitro type length, kind of. It's around in the middle there, like. But I would say 15 because that one has a leaderboard. So it's kind of like cool to see like how every time you get a new PR, it also has a daily leaderboard. Like every time you get a new PR for the day, you can like check that and like follow it. There's a lot of stats on Monkey type that are cool. And so you're going to want to do that probably about another 15, 30, max an hour a day. Monkey type is like, you would think you couldn't do it for an hour because it's really so basic. But oh my god, I've spent so many hours on that website. It's actually kind of sad. Um, yeah. But anyways, you're really not going to want to spend more than an hour. Probably just a waste of time. Um, and then words 10 is like high burst, like just that. I've gotten like 250 on that, and I know like Josh, like the record holder on Nitro Type, has gotten like I think 350 or something crazy like that. Um, so yeah, that's about it, and you're just gonna want to keep. So you're gonna want to do both of those for a month, right? And so now you're like, okay, I have about well, I've only taken a month on that one, a month on Type Racer, a 2 week break, a week break. So there's about 3 weeks left. And what the last 3 weeks of the cycle is Nitro Type again. So you're going to have basically the capabilities to go faster. But because you haven't played, you're probably going to be worse. You might even try, as I did the first time I switched from Nitro Type to Type Racer back to Nitro Type, try to backspace when you make an error. But um, but and okay, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically what the last stage of this is to basically integrate you back into the game with your higher speed because you're gonna need some time to get back onto like the Nitro type system of things. But for this, you're not gonna want to do more than 100 races a day. So I'd say probably 50 races a day, but you're going to want to go as fast as you can and as accurately as you can, but mainly fast. I don't even care about your accuracy. Um, just try to get as fast as you can. I would suggest going until you get a new high speed, and then if you feel like you can get another new high speed, yeah, do that. I did like my high speed was 205 after the end of season 53, which I use as my last 6 month cycle. Um, so my high speed was 205. I did my 6 month cycle. I did 3 months. Won the season 53. I did Type Racer. I did Monkey Type. I got a 218 on Monkey Type 15 second, which is like top 250 in the world. Very excited about that. I came back to Nitro Type. And I got a 206. I was like, wait, there's no way I just did a 6 month cycle for a 206. So I knew I could go faster. Got the perfect text, 100% accuracy, and that's how I have my 211. So even after you have a 200 words per minute high speed, you can still improve. Like honestly, if I just like focused on speed only, I could probably get a 215. It's just I wanted to do another 6 month cycle so I could get my 220. Um, so that's what I'm doing now. And so hopefully by May I would have, or June, I guess. Yeah, hopefully by June I will have my 220 after I complete that fourth 6 month cycle. Um, and so yeah, that is the 6 month cycle. So you could either run it back, basically. You can either get like a pretty good high speed and then start again. Um, and then if you're fast enough, you can go competitive, um, or even try to win a season. Or you can just focus more on your nitro type speed. Um, a good way to continue that if you don't want to go competitive, um, is just to keep doing a month of type racer and then a month of monkey type, because um, that's always going to keep on improving your raw speed, your fingers' ability to move, and your like accuracy. So like combining those would make you faster. But then of course, if you if your end goal is to get faster on nitro type, um, versus your end goal is to get faster in general, I would say you should your end game. So like if your end game is to get faster on nitro type, I would say, and you don't want to go competitive at all, I would say to do a 3 month cycle where you basically do 1 month of activity on nitro type, 1 month type racer, 1 month monkey type, um, and then maybe like a week or so to like try to get a new high speed. That's what I did at the summer of 2023 to get my first 200 words per minute high speed. Um, but if your end game is to get faster on like in general, I would say probably just do all three, like just all the time, honestly, um, because you really like um, really just like reps would be the most important thing, um, because they're all helpful. You wouldn't need to like specifically work on one at a time if you were just trying to like get faster in general, because they would all like build on each other. I think that might take a little longer if you do them all at the same time, but it wouldn't be as like methodical. Like you could kind of just do a few minutes on each every day. Um, and then if your end goal is to go competitive on nitro type with a high speed, I would say just continue to do 3 month cycles until your 3 month cycles are basically maybe like 400 or 500 races, sandbagging at a high enough speed where you're very competitive. And then maybe if you want to kick it up a gear to like 600, that's when you'll basically win the season. But I wouldn't suggest that until you're at least like able to sandbag 119, because the point efficiency, even though it's not like a crazy difference, it is going to end up being like a 100 to like 200 races a day, which is going to add up with like your free time and your sleep and all that. And ultimately, it's going to make you slower, or not slower, but it's going to make you improve slower. Um, so yeah, like that's about it, I would say. So if your end goal is to just improve your typing speed in general, I would say do all of them a few minutes a day, basically. Like 10 races on Type Racer, 10 races on Nitro Type, and then like get like a good like 15-minute and good 60-second um, timed test on Monkey Type. Like just something that you're like, okay, yeah, that was pretty good. Let's hop off now. That's what I did basically when I quit because of like botting. Like I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be competitive when like I can see the botting problem getting worse, and they're even like on the player made leaderboards like being celebrated. I'm like, no way. I'm just gonna focus on my speed, and so that's what I did. If your main goal is to get faster on nitro type, but you don't want to be competitive, I would suggest doing a 1 month of each, like a 3 month cycle, um, to just basically like make sure you're getting like improving on things specifically. and then they're going to build on each other. You're going to come back to Nitro Type at the end of that 3-month cycle, and you're just going to be way faster. If your end goal is to be competitive, I would suggest the 6-month cycle over and over again until you are basically at that level. And then you can keep doing 6-month cycles like me, where you just win the season every other season, or um, or you can kind of chill a little bit, like be competitive but not really, like maybe like top 10, maybe even top like 25, just to get those races in and be competitive without like you know um, going to that level of winning the season. But yeah, that is about it, I would say, for my advice on how to really improve your speed purposefully, just like this series is focusing on winning the season with purposeful racing. Um, and so again, if you have any other suggestions for uh, videos in this series or in general, comments. If you have my Discord, that too. Um, but yeah, after this video, I mean, Jesus Christ. After this race, I will see you guys in the next one.